Picture a world where the sun's rays never reach, a domain shrouded in perpetual twilight that gradually dissolves into an endless, impenetrable black. Here, the familiar boundaries of day and night vanish, replaced by a silence so profound it is almost tangible. This is the deep sea, Earth's largest, most mysterious, and least explored habitat. Stretching across the globe beneath the waves, it forms a vast, interconnected realm that covers more than 60% of our planet's surface. The descent begins at the edge of the sunlight zone, roughly 200 meters below the surface, where the last traces of daylight are filtered out by the water above. From here, the ocean plunges downward through the mesopelagic and bathypelagic zones, each layer colder, darker, and more forbidding than the last, until it reaches depths exceeding 11,000 meters. Despite its enormity, the deep sea remains one of the least understood places on Earth. In fact, we have mapped the surface of the Moon and Mars in greater detail than the ocean floor, leaving more than 80% of our own planet's underwater landscape unexplored. Life here is governed by extremes. The crushing pressure, near freezing temperatures, and utter darkness have forced the evolution of creatures with astonishing adaptations, translucent bodies, enormous jaws, and organs that emit their own light in the blackness. Our journey leads us to the most formidable feature of the deep, the Mariana Trench, a crescent-shaped scar in the western Pacific Ocean. This trench is the deepest known part of the world's oceans, stretching over 2,500 kilometers in length and nearly 70 kilometers wide. The trench's Challenger Deep, its lowest point, plunges to a staggering depth of nearly 11,000 meters, so deep that if Mount Everest were placed inside, its peak would still be buried beneath more than 2 kilometers of water. To put this in perspective, the pressure at these depths exceeds 1,100 atmospheres, over 1,000 times the pressure at sea level. This is equivalent to the weight of 50 jumbo jets pressing down on a single human body. Only the most advanced submersibles, engineered with titanium hulls and reinforced spheres, can withstand these crushing forces. Any flaw in their design would result in catastrophic implosion within seconds. The temperature in the abyssal depths hovers just above 0 degrees Celsius, barely above the freezing point of seawater. Here, the absence of sunlight is absolute, and the darkness is so complete that it is measured in fractions of a photon. Exploring these depths is akin to venturing into outer space. The environment is so alien and inhospitable that every expedition is a test of human ingenuity and technological prowess. Over millions of years, life in the deep sea has evolved in isolation, shaped by relentless pressure and darkness. Many species produce their own light through bioluminescence, using it to lure prey, evade predators, or communicate in the pitch-black void. Unlike their surface counterparts, deep-sea animals are not built for speed or aggression. Instead, they move with slow, deliberate motions, conserving precious energy in a world where food is scarce and every calorie counts. Their survival depends on remarkable resilience and efficiency. Many possess highly sensitive organs that detect the faintest vibrations or chemical traces, allowing them to locate prey or mates in the darkness. Some use flashes of light to startle predators or attract companions. Contrary to the image of a barren wasteland, the deep sea is a vibrant ecosystem. Around hydrothermal vents, entire communities thrive, drawing energy not from sunlight, but from chemicals released by the Earth itself, a process known as chemosynthesis. These vents support life forms unlike any found elsewhere, including giant tube worms, blind shrimp, and bacteria that can withstand temperatures exceeding 400 degrees Celsius, challenging our very definition of what life can endure. From microscopic plankton drifting in the currents to the mighty sperm whale diving in search of squid, every organism in the deep sea is a testament to survival against overwhelming odds. Here, nothing is wasted. When a whale carcass sinks to the seafloor, it becomes an oasis, supporting entire communities for decades as nutrients are recycled in a delicate balance. As we probe deeper into this enigmatic world, we encounter creatures and behaviors that defy our imagination, living proof that the ocean's greatest mysteries still await discovery, hidden in the eternal night of the abyss. The Mariana Trench is Earth's deepest and most inhospitable environment, where survival demands extraordinary biological innovation. Here, life persists under conditions that would obliterate most known organisms. The defining challenge is the immense hydrostatic pressure. At the trench's greatest depths, the weight of nearly 11 kilometers of water presses down on every living cell. In the Challenger Deep, the pressure reaches approximately 1,100 atmospheres, enough to crush conventional biological structures instantly. To put this in perspective, it's the equivalent of having the mass of 50 jumbo jets bearing down on a single point. Air-filled cavities, like those found in surface-dwelling animals, would collapse instantly. Instead, deep-sea life has evolved to eliminate all gas-filled spaces, a crucial adaptation for survival. These animals are composed almost entirely of water-rich tissues, lacking swim bladders or lungs, making them nearly incompressible and perfectly suited to withstand the crushing depths. Their bodies are soft and gelatinous, allowing them to absorb and distribute pressure evenly, a trait seen in many abyssal species. On a molecular level, deep-sea organisms possess specialized proteins and enzymes such as piezolites that prevent cellular structures from deforming under pressure. These molecules stabilize proteins and membranes, ensuring vital biochemical reactions continue. Pietzolites, like trimethylamine N oxide, TMAO, accumulate in cells, counteracting the destabilizing effects of pressure and preserving the integrity of DNA, proteins, and cellular membranes. The Mariana snailfish, for example, thrives at depths exceeding 8,000 meters. Its transparent, delicate appearance belies a suite of genetic and biochemical adaptations that allow it to function where no other vertebrate can survive. In addition to pressure, the trench is shrouded in perpetual darkness. Sunlight cannot penetrate these depths, creating a world of total blackness. Temperatures hover just above freezing, typically between 1 and 4 degrees Celsius. Enzymes in deep-sea animals are adapted to function efficiently at these low temperatures, preventing metabolic shutdown. Without sunlight, photosynthesis is impossible. The trench's ecosystem is entirely detached from the energy sources that sustain surface life. Instead, life depends on marine snow, a slow, continuous descent of organic particles from the upper ocean. This includes dead plankton, fecal matter, and fragments of decaying organisms. Marine snow is the primary food source, but it is sparse and unpredictable, forcing deep-sea creatures to maximize energy efficiency. To survive, these animals have evolved extremely slow metabolisms, conserving every calorie and moving only when absolutely necessary. Many species remain motionless for long periods, waiting for food to drift within reach, rather than expending energy on active hunting. Ambush predation is common, with animals lying in wait for the rare opportunity to capture passing prey. Growth is exceptionally slow, and many deep-sea species are remarkably long-lived, some surviving for centuries. Occasionally, a large food source, such as a whale carcass, will descend to the seafloor. These rare events, known as whale falls, create temporary oases of abundance. Whale falls support entire communities of specialized scavengers and decomposers, demonstrating the remarkable adaptability and resilience of life in the Mariana Trench. Every adaptation, from molecular to behavioral, is a direct response to the trench's extreme and unforgiving conditions, revealing the profound ingenuity of evolution in the planet's most remote depths. In the endless night of the deep sea, where sunlight is utterly absent and darkness reigns supreme, life has evolved a breathtaking solution to the perpetual blackness, the ability to create light from within. This phenomenon, known as bioluminescence, is the result of a chemical reaction that takes place inside specialized cells or organs. At its core, bioluminescence involves the molecule luciferin, which, when combined with oxygen and the enzyme luciferase, produces a cold, glowing light, often blue or green, the wavelengths that travel farthest through seawater. This adaptation is not a rare curiosity, but a defining feature of the deep. Scientists estimate that more than 3/4 of all animals living below 200 meters possess some form of bioluminescence, from tiny plankton to massive squid. The deep ocean, far from being a void, is alive with a silent, perpetual fireworks display, flashes, pulses and glows that ripple through the water like living constellations. Each species has evolved its own unique light show. Some emit steady glows, others produce rhythmic pulses, and still others unleash sudden bursts of brilliance, painting the darkness with their own signature. For many, bioluminescence is a language, a way to communicate in a world where vision is limited and sound travels slowly. In the vast, sparsely populated reaches of the abyss, finding a mate is a monumental challenge. Lanternfish, for example, are equipped with rows of photophores, tiny organs that emit light in precise patterns along their bodies. These patterns act as living barcodes, allowing individuals to recognize their own kind and even distinguish between males and females from a distance. The anglerfish takes this to an extreme. The much smaller male is drawn to the female by the unique chemical and visual signature of her glowing lure, ensuring that even in the emptiness their paths will cross. For these creatures, light is a beacon of hope, a signal that they are not alone in the endless dark. But bioluminescence is not just for communication. It is a weapon and a shield, a tool for both hunting and evading hunters. The infamous anglerfish wields a luminous lure, a fleshy appendage tipped with a glowing bulb, which it waves like a hypnotic lantern to draw prey close to its gaping jaws. The black dragonfish, a master of deception, produces not only the common blue light, but also rare red light, an ability almost unique in the deep sea. With a red spotlight beneath its eye, the dragonfish can illuminate prey that remain oblivious, as most deep-sea animals cannot perceive red wavelengths. This invisible searchlight gives the dragonfish a secret advantage, allowing it to stalk and ambush with deadly precision. On the defensive side, many species wield light as a shield, dazzling or distracting would-be predators. The vampire squid, for instance, can eject a cloud of sticky, glowing mucus when threatened, creating a luminous smokescreen in the water. This glowing cloud confuses and dazzles predators, giving the squid precious moments to vanish into the darkness. Other animals employ a strategy known as the burglar alarm, using light to call for help in the most unexpected way. When attacked, a small jellyfish or crustacean might emit a sudden brilliant flash of light. This flash does not frighten the immediate attacker, but instead acts as a beacon, attracting larger predators that may target the original threat, creating a chaotic diversion. In the deep sea, bioluminescence is more than a marvel. It is a vital tool for survival. It is a weapon, a shield, a language, and a beacon, woven into the very fabric of life in the abyss. From the tiniest plankton to the most fearsome predators, the ability to conjure light from darkness shapes every encounter, every hunt, and every escape in this mysterious world beneath the waves. Between depths of 200 and 1,000 meters, the mesopelagic, or twilight zone, forms a vast, enigmatic realm within the ocean. Here, the last traces of sunlight penetrate as delicate spectral blue rays, creating a dimly illuminated world in perpetual dusk. The light is insufficient for photosynthesis, yet it is just enough to cast faint shadows, posing unique evolutionary challenges and opportunities for the inhabitants. Contrary to its mysterious appearance, this zone teems with life and is the stage for the planet's largest daily migration. Each night, billions of organisms, from minuscule zooplankton to agile fish and cephalopods like squid, ascend hundreds of meters to the nutrient-rich surface, exploiting the cover of darkness to feed. As dawn approaches, these creatures retreat to the relative safety of the twilight depths, evading surface predators. Survival in this low-light environment demands extraordinary sensory adaptations. Many species, such as the hatchetfish and the telescope octopus, have evolved disproportionately large, upward-facing tubular eyes, highly sensitive to the faintest glimmers from above. These specialized eyes are engineered to detect the silhouettes of potential prey or predators, outlined against the weak, down-welling light. The hatchetfish exemplifies advanced camouflage through counter-illumination, a remarkable adaptation. It possesses photophores, light-producing organs, on its ventral surface, which it can modulate to match the intensity of ambient light from above, effectively erasing its own shadow and rendering itself nearly invisible to predators lurking below. In the perpetual twilight, where vision is limited, alternative sensory systems become essential for survival. The ghost shark, or chimera, demonstrates mastery of non-visual detection. This ancient species, with its pale skin and prominent eyes, navigates the darkness using a refined sense of electroreception. Its head is covered in a network of electroreceptive pores, capable of detecting the faint electrical fields produced by the muscle contractions of concealed prey, such as crabs and marine worms, hidden within the seafloor substrate. This adaptation allows the ghost shark to precisely locate and capture prey in near-total darkness, independent of visual cues. Such reliance on alternative senses, mechanoreception, chemoreception, and electroreception, is widespread among mesopelagic fauna. The twilight zone serves as a vital conduit in the oceanic food web, linking the productive surface waters with the deep abyss. The nightly vertical migration of its inhabitants acts as a colossal biological pump, transporting carbon and nutrients from the upper ocean into the depths, sustaining the complex ecosystems that exist far below the reach of sunlight. The denizens of this realm are true masters of shadow and sense, equipped with an array of adaptations for concealment, detection, and survival. They exist in a delicate balance, suspended between the illuminated world above and the crushing darkness below, their extraordinary forms and behaviors shaped by the relentless interplay of light, shadow, and the constant struggle for survival. In the perpetual night of the abyss, where sunlight never penetrates and vision is rendered nearly useless, survival depends on senses beyond sight. Here, some of the ocean's most formidable predators have evolved extraordinary adaptations, mastering the art of sound and stealth to hunt in the darkness. Chief among these is the sperm whale, the largest toothed whale on Earth. This colossal mammal is a living marvel, equipped with a massive, oil-filled organ in its head called the spermaceti organ, which plays a crucial role in its echolocation abilities. Sperm whales bridge two worlds, breathing air at the surface before plunging into the abyss on dives that can last over 90 minutes and reach depths exceeding 2,000 meters, where the pressure is immense and the cold is unrelenting. In these crushing depths, the sperm whale hunts its primary prey, the elusive giant squid, using the most powerful biological sonar in the animal kingdom, echolocation. Unlike vision, which is useless here, echolocation allows the whale to see with sound. The whale emits a rapid series of high-intensity clicks, some reaching an astonishing 230 decibels, louder than a jet engine. These clicks are focused and projected through the spermaceti organ, acting like an acoustic lens. As these sound waves travel through the water, they strike objects, such as a giant squid, and bounce back as echoes. The whale's lower jaw, filled with specialized fat, receives these returning signals and transmits them to the inner ear. By interpreting the timing and quality of these echoes, the sperm whale constructs a detailed acoustic image of its surroundings, detecting the size, shape, and even the movement of prey in total darkness. This allows it to track and ambush giant squid with astonishing precision. The epic battles between sperm whales and giant squid are legendary, evidenced by the circular scars left by the squid's powerful suckers and hooks. These marks are a testament to the ferocity of their encounters in the abyssal dark. The sperm whale's mastery of echolocation and its ability to withstand the crushing pressure of the deep make it one of the ocean's most successful and enigmatic predators. a true master of the acoustic realm. But the sperm whale is not alone in its adaptations. Permanent residents of the deep, like the dragonfish and anglerfish, have evolved their own deadly tactics. These ambush predators use bioluminescence, chemical light produced by their bodies, to lure unsuspecting prey within striking distance. The dragonfish, for example, sports needle-like fangs and a hinged jaw that can open wide to snatch prey. Its bioluminescent barbel acts as a fishing rod, attracting smaller fish and crustaceans. The anglerfish, with its iconic glowing lure, remains motionless until prey is close, then strikes with lightning speed. The gulper eel, another deep-sea ambush specialist, can unhinge its massive jaws to engulf prey nearly half its own size, taking advantage of any opportunity in the food-scarce depths. The viperfish, armed with long needle-like teeth and rows of light-producing photophores, uses quick bursts of speed to ambush prey drawn to its glowing body. These intricate strategies, whether using sound to see in the dark or light to deceive an ambush, demonstrate the remarkable ingenuity of deep-sea life. Each species, from the mighty sperm whale to the smallest dragonfish, is a testament to evolution's relentless drive to adapt and survive in the eternal night of the abyss. In the deep sea where darkness reigns, the deadliest hunters are those who have mastered the unseen, using sound, light, and stealth to rule the abyss. In the immense darkness of the deep sea, survival demands extraordinary adaptations. Among the most remarkable are the filter feeders, creatures that have evolved to extract nourishment from the ocean's smallest inhabitants. These giants, such as the whale shark and blue whale, are not predators in the traditional sense. Instead, they thrive by filtering vast quantities of water to capture plankton, krill, and other microscopic organisms. The whale shark, the largest fish in the world, is a master of this strategy. Its enormous mouth, lined with specialized filter pads, allows it to efficiently trap plankton and small fish as it swims. Reaching lengths of over 12 meters, the whale shark's gentle nature belies its size. It glides through the water, mouth agape, filtering up to 6,000 liters of water every hour. Its diet consists almost entirely of plankton, small fish, and squid, which it sieves from the water with remarkable efficiency. This passive feeding method is perfectly suited to the deep sea, where food is often scarce and widely dispersed. Whale sharks are known to dive to great depths, following the vertical migrations of plankton into the twilight zone, a region where sunlight barely penetrates. These deep dives allow them to exploit food sources unavailable to many other species, showcasing their adaptability in the vast, layered ocean. The presence of filter feeders, like the whale shark, is a sign of a healthy ecosystem, as they require dense concentrations of plankton to survive. Their immense size and peaceful feeding habits make them vital players in the ocean's food web, redistributing nutrients and supporting countless other species. The giant oceanic manta ray, another deep-sea filter feeder, has evolved broad wing-like fins and specialized cephalic lobes to funnel plankton-rich water into its mouth. With a wingspan exceeding 7 meters, the manta ray soars through the water, using its cephalic fins to maximize feeding efficiency. These adaptations allow it to thrive in both shallow and deep waters, following plankton blooms wherever they occur. Manta rays are also capable of deep dives, venturing into the twilight zone to access food sources beyond the reach of sunlight. Their intelligence and social behaviors, such as gathering at cleaning stations, further highlight their ecological importance in maintaining healthy reef systems. The blue whale, the largest animal ever to exist, is the ultimate filter feeder. Its massive body is sustained almost entirely by tiny krill. Blue whales can reach over 30 meters in length and weigh up to 180 tons, yet their diet consists of some of the smallest animals in the ocean. Each day, a blue whale may consume up to 4 tons of krill, using its baleen plates to filter these crustaceans from the water. Through lunge feeding, the blue whale engulfs enormous volumes of water and prey, then expels the water, trapping krill behind its baleen. This feeding method is a marvel of evolution, allowing the blue whale to efficiently harvest the ocean's abundance. Deep-sea filter feeders are essential to marine ecosystems. By consuming vast quantities of plankton and small organisms, they regulate populations, recycle nutrients, and support the intricate balance of life in the ocean's depths. Their adaptations and ecological roles make them true giants of the abyss, sustaining the health and productivity of the world's oceans. Stretching for thousands of miles beneath the crushing weight of the ocean, the abyssal plain is one of the most mysterious and least explored habitats on Earth. This vast, flat, and muddy expanse covers more than half of our planet's surface, yet remains shrouded in darkness and silence, a world seemingly untouched by time. Here, sunlight never penetrates, and food is incredibly scarce. The only sustenance comes from above, a slow, constant rain of marine snow, made up of tiny particles of dead plankton, fecal matter, and organic debris drifting down from the sunlit layers far overhead. Despite these harsh conditions, the abyssal plain is alive with a remarkable array of creatures. Each has evolved unique strategies to survive in this extreme environment, where every scrap of energy is precious and competition is fierce. Among the most iconic residents is the giant isopod, a distant relative of the pillbug, but magnified to an astonishing size. Its segmented armored body is perfectly adapted to the cold, high-pressure world of the deep. These formidable scavengers roam the seafloor in search of any organic matter, be it the carcass of a whale, a fallen squid, or the remains of a fish. Their powerful jaws and keen sense of smell make them the clean-up crew of the abyss. When fortune smiles and a meal is found, giant isopods gorge themselves, consuming as much as possible in a single sitting. Their slow metabolisms allow them to survive for months or even years between feasts. To endure such long periods of scarcity, they store fat reserves and move with deliberate slowness, conserving every ounce of energy. In this world, energy is the ultimate currency. Every creature here is a master of efficiency, from the smallest worm to the largest scavenger. The abyssal plain is not barren, but teeming with life, each species a testament to the power of adaptation. From patient predators to opportunistic feeders, survival here is a delicate balance of patience, resilience, and ingenuity. The giant isopod, with its stoic patience, is a symbol of endurance in the deep, waiting for the next opportunity in a world where luck can mean the difference between life and death. But the isopod is far from alone. The abyssal plain is home to a diverse community, each species with its own remarkable survival story. The deep-sea starfish, for example, glides slowly across the sediment, its body perfectly adapted to withstand the immense pressure of the deep. Lacking any air spaces, its water-filled body is immune to crushing forces, allowing it to thrive where few others can. When prey is found, perhaps a clam or a mussel, the starfish employs a unique and gruesome feeding strategy. It pries open the shell just enough to insert its stomach, digesting its meal externally before absorbing the nutrients, a method both efficient and effective in the nutrient-poor deep. Starfish are also masters of regeneration, able to regrow lost arms, a vital adaptation in a world where injuries are common and every limb is precious. Among the most enigmatic predators here is the deep-sea octopus, a creature of intelligence and stealth. With a soft, flexible body, the octopus can squeeze into the tiniest crevices or vanish against the seafloor, waiting to ambush unsuspecting prey. Some species of deep-sea octopus display extraordinary maternal devotion. The female will guard her eggs for months or even years, never leaving their side. She gently fans the eggs with her arms, ensuring they remain clean and oxygenated, sacrificing her own health for the next generation. During this vigil, she does not eat, her body slowly wasting away as she devotes herself entirely to her offspring's survival. When the eggs finally hatch, her life's purpose is fulfilled and she succumbs to exhaustion, a final act of sacrifice in the deep. From armored scavengers and regenerative hunters to self-sacrificing mothers, the abyssal plane is a realm of extraordinary survival. Here, life endures against all odds, adapting to the darkness, the pressure and the scarcity, proving that even in the most inhospitable corners of our planet, nature's ingenuity knows no bounds. Throughout history, the deep ocean has stood as a domain of enigma and awe, a place where the boundaries of knowledge are constantly tested. Today, it remains one of the last unexplored frontiers on Earth, a vast expanse that challenges our ingenuity and resolve. Despite our achievements in space exploration, the mysteries of our own ocean depths are far from fully revealed. Less than 20% of the seafloor has been mapped in high resolution, leaving immense regions shrouded in darkness and uncertainty. The deep sea is a realm of perpetual night, its landscapes largely uncharted and its inhabitants seldom seen. In many ways, it is more alien to us than the surfaces of distant worlds. The pursuit to unveil these mysteries is driven by advanced technology, remotely operated vehicles, autonomous underwater explorers, and pressure-resistant submersibles capable of descending into the planet's deepest trenches. These machines serve as our proxies in the abyss, equipped with high-intensity lighting, ultra-sensitive cameras, and robotic manipulators designed to collect samples from the most inaccessible environments. Through real-time data transmission, these technologies allow for detailed observation and analysis of the deep sea's complex ecosystems. Each mission holds the promise of discovery, unveiling new species, cataloguing rare organisms adapted to extreme conditions, and revealing geological marvels such as hydrothermal vents and unique mineral structures. The deep is also a laboratory for studying novel biochemical processes, including bioluminescence and chemosynthesis. Exploration is fraught with challenges, navigating in absolute darkness, enduring immense pressures, and operating precision instruments in a hostile, remote environment. Yet the technological advancements continue to push the boundaries of what is possible. The implications of deep-sea discoveries extend far beyond marine science. The study of extremophiles, organisms thriving in high-pressure, high-temperature, and chemically rich environments, offers critical insights into the potential for life beyond Earth. Life at hydrothermal vents is sustained without sunlight, relying instead on chemical energy. These ecosystems are powered by chemosynthetic microbes that convert chemicals like hydrogen sulfide into energy. The process demonstrates that life can flourish in environments previously thought inhospitable. This realization fuels the hypothesis that similar life forms could exist in the subsurface oceans of icy moons. Worlds like Europa and Enceladus, with their hidden oceans, may harbor ecosystems powered by geothermal energy. The deep sea thus provides a blueprint for astrobiological exploration and the search for extraterrestrial life. Its ecosystems challenge our assumptions about the requirements for life and the diversity of possible habitats. Life in the abyss demonstrates remarkable adaptability, thriving in darkness, under crushing pressure, and with minimal oxygen. These adaptations expand our understanding of biology and the resilience of living systems. As technology advances and exploration continues, we are not only charting the unknown depths of our own world, but also redefining the very concept of life and its potential across the cosmos. The deep ocean remains a wellspring of scientific discovery, its secrets waiting to be revealed. The ultimate frontier is not only among the stars, but also within the profound, uncharted waters that lie beneath us. As we conclude our journey into the abyss, we are left with a profound responsibility. The deep sea, a realm of astonishing diversity and resilience, is not only a source of wonder, but a vital component of Earth's life support system, Populated by extraordinary creatures that have adapted to the harshest conditions, the deep sea is a living laboratory of evolution and survival, from the ghostly snailfish of the Mariana Trench to the dazzling bioluminescent displays of the Twilight Zone and the epic hunts of apex predators to the patient scavenging of ancient isopods. This ecosystem is a testament to nature's ingenuity. For millions of years, the deep sea has existed in pristine isolation, governed by darkness, immense pressure, and a delicate balance of energy. Yet this last great wilderness is now threatened by human activity. Our actions are altering the global ocean in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. Climate change is raising ocean temperatures, and while the effects are most visible at the surface, this warming will inevitably reach the deep, disrupting currents and threatening the stability of cold water ecosystems that are crucial for global climate regulation. Ocean acidification, driven by excess carbon dioxide, is making it harder for deep-sea organisms to form shells and skeletons. This threatens the very foundation of deep-sea food webs, from tiny pteropods to ancient corals. The loss of these organisms would reverberate throughout the entire ocean ecosystem. Plastic pollution has now reached the deepest trenches, with microplastics found in the bodies of deep-sea animals, threatening their health and survival. The deep sea is also targeted for its mineral wealth, with plans for mining cobalt, manganese and nickel nodules accelerating. Such activities pose a grave risk of irreversible damage to fragile, slow-growing ecosystems. These habitats, formed over millennia, could be lost in a matter of days. The destruction of ancient corals and unique communities would erase biodiversity before it is even documented. Sediment plumes from mining can smother vast areas of the seafloor, while noise and light pollution disrupt the behavior of animals adapted to silence and darkness. Scientific exploration has only scratched the surface of deep-sea knowledge. Without urgent protection, we risk losing species and ecosystems before we even know they exist. The deep ocean is the heart of our planet, regulating climate and supporting a vast web of life. Its health is inseparable from the health of the entire biosphere. From the sunlit surface to the deepest abyss, every layer is interconnected. Protecting the deep sea is not just about saving its remarkable inhabitants. It is about ensuring the stability and resilience of our entire planet. We must act now, guided by science and precaution. Establishing large, fully protected deep-sea reserves is essential to safeguard vulnerable habitats and species. International cooperation and strong regulations must govern any activity in these remote regions. Ongoing scientific monitoring and research are critical to understanding and managing the impacts of climate change, pollution, and resource extraction. Where damage has occurred, restoration efforts must be prioritized to help ecosystems recover. By protecting the deep sea, we preserve a wellspring of biodiversity, scientific discovery, and planetary health. The mysteries of the abyss are a legacy for future generations. Let us champion their protection, ensuring that the last great mystery of our planet endures, untouched, thriving, and full of life. Beneath the crushing pressure of the abyssal depths, a hidden world pulses with elemental energy. Here, on the ocean floor, hydrothermal vents act as natural chimneys, fissures where seawater meets molten rock. This encounter ignites a cascade of chemical reactions, transforming the deep sea into a crucible of creation. As cold seawater seeps into cracks in the Earth's crust, it is superheated by magma below, reaching temperatures over 400 degrees Celsius. Under immense pressure, this water does not boil. Instead, it reacts with the surrounding rock, leaching metals and minerals. When the mineral-rich fluid erupts back into the frigid ocean, it cools rapidly, precipitating metals and sulfides that build towering black smokers and shimmering white chimneys. These intricate mineral structures, some rising over 60 meters, are composed of compounds such as iron sulfide, copper, zinc, and even rare elements like gold and silver. The chemistry of these vents is as extreme as their environment. Hydrogen sulfide, methane, and ammonia, normally toxic to surface life, become the foundation for entire ecosystems. Here, life does not depend on sunlight. Instead, chemosynthetic bacteria harness the energy stored in chemical bonds, converting vent gases into organic matter through a process called chemosynthesis. These microbes form dense mats and symbiotic relationships with vent animals, fueling a food web unlike any other on Earth. Towering tube worms with scarlet plumes house colonies of bacteria within their bodies, relying entirely on this chemical alchemy for nourishment. Giant clams, ghostly white crabs, and armored snails crowd around the vents, each adapted to the high temperatures and fluctuating chemistry. New species are discovered with every expedition, some with antifreeze proteins, others with metal-plated scales or unique metabolic pathways. The minerals deposited by these vents not only shape the physical landscape, but also influence global geochemical cycles. Hydrothermal activity helps regulate the composition of seawater cycling elements vital for marine life. The vents act as both sources and sinks for carbon, sulfur, and trace metals, subtly balancing the chemistry of the entire ocean. In this realm, life thrives on raw chemistry, revealing the astonishing adaptability of biology. Hydrothermal vents remind us that where there is energy, life finds a way, even in the most alien and hostile corners of our own planet. In the perpetual twilight of the deep ocean, evolution has written its strangest stories. Over millions of years, deep-sea creatures have undergone remarkable genetic transformations, sculpted by relentless darkness, crushing pressure, and scarce resources. Some, like the transparent glass squid, evolved bodies with minimal pigmentation, making them nearly invisible to lurking predators. Others, such as the fangtooth fish, developed oversized jaws and needle-like teeth, perfect for seizing prey in the pitch-black void where every meal counts. At the genetic level, adaptations are even more astonishing. Many deep-sea species possess unique proteins that help stabilize cell membranes and enzymes under immense pressure, preventing their bodies from collapsing or malfunctioning. Special antifreeze proteins in some fish stop their blood from freezing in the near-zero temperatures of the abyss. Bioluminescent genes, shared across distant lineages, have given rise to living lanterns, creatures that flash, glow, or shimmer to communicate, lure prey, or evade danger. Some animals, like the gulper eel, can unhinge their jaws to swallow prey half their size, a trait honed by generations of scarcity. Evolution in the deep sea is often slow, but punctuated by bursts of innovation. Isolated by extreme conditions, populations diverge and new species emerge, each uniquely suited to a niche. From the scaly foot snail with its iron-plated shell to the vent shrimp with light-sensing organs on its back, deep-sea life is a testament to nature's ingenuity. Here, adaptation is not just survival, it's an ongoing experiment, driven by the planet's most extreme laboratory. Each genome tells the story of ancient ancestors who braved the abyss and of future creatures yet to be discovered, evolving in darkness, forever shaped by the deep. Beneath the crushing silence of the abyss, life is woven into a delicate and intricate web. Unlike sunlit seas, where energy flows from the surface down, the deep ocean relies on a cascade of falling organic matter, marine snow. This endless drift of microscopic debris, dead plankton, and decaying creatures becomes the foundation upon which all deep-sea life depends. At the bottom, scavengers like giant amphipods and hagfish flock to feast on the remains of fallen giants, whale carcasses and fish that have descended into darkness. These rare windfalls spark feeding frenzies, drawing in a host of opportunists. Bacteria and worms break down what others can't, recycling nutrients into the ecosystem. But not all energy comes from above. Around hydrothermal vents and cold seeps, chemosynthetic bacteria thrive on minerals spewing from the Earth's crust, transforming toxic chemicals into life-sustaining energy. These microbes form the base of unique food webs, supporting dense colonies of tube worms, clams, and vent crabs. Here, survival is a partnership. Many animals host these bacteria inside their bodies, sharing the bounty in a world without sunlight. Predators prowl in the shadows, from stealthy squid to the lurking anglerfish, each adapted to ambush or pursue in the endless night. Some, like the siphonophore, stretch for meters, capturing drifting prey with stinging tentacles. Others, like the vampire squid, subsist on detritus, filtering the ocean's leftovers. In this world of scarcity, every scrap is precious. Creatures recycle, repurpose, and scavenge in ways unique to the abyss. The deep-sea food web is a tapestry of connections, fragile, complex, and ever-adapting, proving that even in the planet's darkest corners, life finds a way, bound together by the invisible threads of survival. But even in these farthest reaches, the deep sea is not untouched. Human activity, once thought to end at the shoreline, now echoes through the darkness below. Climate change slowly warms even these icy depths, altering ocean currents and oxygen levels, and shifting the fragile balance that deep-sea life depends on. As surface temperatures rise, less oxygen dissolves into the water, and some deep-sea zones become suffocating dead zones, pushing ancient creatures to their limits. Pollution, too, finds its way here. Invisible currents carry microplastics, toxic chemicals, and even discarded fishing gear thousands of meters down. These contaminants settle on the abyssal plains, where they are mistaken for food or entangle the slow-moving inhabitants. Tiny particles of plastic are discovered in the stomachs of amphipods and in the tissues of deep-sea fish, threading human waste through the very fabric of the food web. And as technology advances, the abyss faces a new threat: deep-sea mining. Companies seek precious metals and minerals hidden in the darkness, scraping the seafloor and stirring centuries-old sediments into choking clouds. The scars left behind may take millennia to heal, if they ever do, yet hope glimmers even here. Scientists and conservationists race to understand these mysterious realms, forging international agreements to protect fragile habitats and limit exploitation. Marine protected areas expand, offering sanctuaries for creatures of the deep. By learning from the abyss, we are reminded that every action on the surface can ripple downwards, affecting worlds we may never see. The deep ocean is not a world apart, but a vital part of our planet's heartbeat. Its survival is tied to our own, and its fate, now more than ever, is in our hands. To unveil the secrets of the deep, humanity has built remarkable tools, our eyes and hands in the abyss. Where sunlight fails, technology leads the way. Manned submersibles, small pressurized vessels, descend into crushing darkness, carrying explorers to depths few have witnessed. Their reinforced hulls withstand the immense pressure, windows glowing like tiny stars in the eternal night. Remotely operated vehicles, or ROVs, glide silently through the water, guided by operators far above. Their robotic arms collect samples, untangle creatures from ghost nets, and film the drama of deep-sea life in stunning detail. Free from the limits of human endurance, ROVs linger for hours, even days, recording what no diver could endure. Above, sonar mapping sweeps the seafloor, sound waves echo back, painting 3D landscapes of mountains, trenches, and hidden vents. With each pass, mysteries emerge: ancient shipwrecks, new species, and geological wonders never before seen. Autonomous underwater vehicles, or AUVs, roam untethered, gathering data on chemistry, temperature, and life. Their discoveries help us map the unknown and monitor the health of these fragile worlds. Through these technological marvels, we glimpse the deep as never before, transforming the ocean's darkness from impenetrable mystery to a frontier of discovery. Each dive, each sonar ping, brings us closer to understanding the heart of our blue planet. Beneath the ocean's surface, there are realms still untouched by light, machine, or human curiosity. These are the last frontiers, places even our most advanced technology has only glimpsed. Vast stretches of the Hadal Zone, deep trenches and isolated underwater mountains remain shrouded in mystery, their secrets locked away by distance, darkness, and crushing pressure. Researchers send probes into these abyssal chasms, but each expedition raises more questions than answers. Strange sounds echo from the depths, hinting at unknown life forms or geological phenomena. Sensors detect fleeting chemical signatures, perhaps from undiscovered vents or hidden ecosystems thriving in total isolation. Unexplained movements ripple across sonar screens, challenging our understanding of what life can be. What colossal creatures might roam these unexplored valleys? Do ancient microbes, untouched for millions of years, hold clues to the origins of life itself? Could entire ecosystems exist, built on chemical energy and pitch-black silence? Every sample retrieved, every data point gathered, expands the map of the unknown. Yet for every discovery, 10 new mysteries arise. The deep sea guards its secrets well, reminding us how much there is still to learn. In these untouched places, the boundaries of science and imagination blur, and the adventure of exploration continues, deeper than ever before.